All right, connection's back. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about life and our life decisions. Fix that camera just a wee bit. There we go. Yep, yep, yep. There. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I asked myself, you know, Jeremiah, what do you want to do with your life? I told myself, so I don't know. Just got out of high school, kind of terrified about what I want. So I thought about, hey, law enforcement. It's a great opportunity, great options. Then someone hit me with a question. Boom. Whoa. What? Questions? I thought questions were for school. I just left there. No. So check this out. They asked me, why do you want to do that? And I said, well, ever since I was a little boy, I always wanted to be a police officer, and here it's good work and you get good money for it. And the person responded with a little response. Obviously a response. He responded with this. So, for the material world, I said, well, I reckon, yeah. Yeah, they got that kind of like a, yeah, we know what you're saying, but do you believe what you're saying? The truth of the matter is, y'all, I didn't believe what I was saying. I didn't. And if you're watching this video, you're asking yourself, life? What's this about? What is life about? Where do we start? Well, simple. Start with prayer. See, I had to sit down. I had to ask myself a few questions. You know? How am I going to praise God being an officer? Yeah, sure. You can help people. Oh, believe me, I have a lot of friends that are officers. But I don't think that's where God wanted me to be. You see, oops, sorry. Got the light on your eyes. You can't see nothing. No. I kept asking myself questions and questions and questions and questions. And a wise man who is a law enforcement officer asked me these questions. Is what you're doing gonna, how are you gonna benefit? Well, no. He phrased it differently. I can't think of them right now. I'm sorry. But anyway, back to me. So I sat down and asked myself, I said, well, I don't know how me being an officer is going to praise God. So then I asked myself this, okay, well, what is one thing that you love? Music. Oh, right off the top. I love music. I love singing. I love playing my guitar. Because right now, y'all, I'm in the stages of learning my guitar. I may post some videos later on throughout the months of me practicing. So please, y'all, subscribe, like, and just give me feedback. Tell me if there are some of y'all on here that play guitar, suggestions on transitions are great because that's the biggest issue for me right now. In that respect. Anyway, so music, love it. Love singing. I love praising God through it. I said, well, what's the next thing? What's your next favorite thing? So, well, Like telling people about God. Perfect. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your love of music and your love of praising the Lord and telling people about Him and kind of just lock them together, right? We'll lock them together. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep them locked. And that's going to be our goal. We're going to put up our blinders. I'm going to focus on that. And that's going to be the goal right there. Music. God. Mesh. Main goal. So, I start learning how to play guitar. I take gigs at the church when I can, just help and do some of the services. And y'all, hey, by the way, y'all check out the West Conroe Baptist live feed on Sunday mornings at WCBC Media. Check it out on YouTube. Subscribe to them, like them. They're a great group. Pastor Jay is amazing. And y'all would love his sermons. That's WCBC Media. The search bar. Every Sunday is a live feed. And if you miss the live feed, go back there later in the day or later in the week and watch it. Have the date, either if you're more of a traditional, then there's the 8 o'clock service, and that'll be right below the late service. So, early service is usually 8 to 11, or 8 to 9:30, somewhere in there, about an hour and a half. And then the late service, 11 to 12, about an hour. It's roughly, give or take a few minutes. So, y'all follow them, subscribe to them, and you'll definitely enjoy their sermons. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. You know, just music and ministry. And a lot. I'm blessed. I have a wonderful family and a good home. I'm starting to realize that I should be thankful for more stuff rather than complain about what I don't have. So I'm reaching a turning point in my life, and it's a good thing. I feel like this is a good thing for me. So, and hey, if y'all want me to talk on some subjects, great. Love to, because we're starting. This is the video one of a full blog, or well, not really a blog, but a YouTube channel of ministry. So people have asked me, man, I wish we had a guide to life. Check this out. You do. You know what it's called? The Holy Bible. Yes. The Holy Bible. God's Word is your guide to life, my friends. And you know what? This will never steer you wrong. His Word doesn't contradict itself like the Quran does. His Word is always true. Prophecies are always true. Let's talk about the prophet Isaiah for a second. He predicted Christ's coming, the first coming, being born of a virgin, all of that. It was all predicted. And it came true. Now, I'm not saying that. Let me put it to you this way. I am not I guess in modern terms, a hater of other religions. I'm not. I feel like that is our constitutional right, freedom of religion. Everybody will believe what they want to believe. But here on this YouTube channel, we talk about God. That's just something we talk about. It's who I love. He's my best friend. When I when I feel like I have no one else I can go to. I know I can just close my eyes, and even if I'm driving, I won't do that. I will just sit there and talk to God. Just, hey, God, what's going on? So tonight, um, after my little spiel about life, I'm going to read you. Um, this is actually, I don't like that lighting. I really don't. I wish I could change that, but I can't. Maybe if I do that. Boom. There we go. There we go. Yeah. This is actually, oh, excuse me and a buddy of mine's life verse. We grew up together. It's my best friend. And, we've been through thick and thin. We'll put it that way. But we actually intend on getting this tattooed on our arms together. But it's Romans 1:16. It says, "For I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first, also to the Greek or the Gentile." That's this verse just speaks to me so many ways. First, let's look at the first part of this sentence. For I am not ashamed of the gospel. Right there, that is the believer crying out, saying, I'm not ashamed to talk about God. I'm not ashamed to speak his name. And we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be ashamed of what we believe in. We shouldn't be ashamed of preaching God's love. And then let's look at the next one. For it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. Everyone. So, guys, we're all sinners. We are all sinners. We're born into sin, born into a sinful world. We all do things that we regret. I've done things that I regret. I mean, I haven't been on this earth very long. I've only been here for 18 years. But I've done some stuff that I regret. We won't elaborate on that. But for whoever believes, it says to first the Jew, so the Hebrews, people of Israel, or the Hebrew nation, or well, I guess the Jewish nation. I don't know how that, I really have to do some more research, and then I'll get back to y'all on that. Rain check, okay? Rain check. But also the Greek. Now this version says Greek, but another version would say the Gentile. That's what we are. We are the Gentiles. We are not of Jewish or Hebrew descent. And I know that's what part of it was. At least majority of it. I think that's what that was. I'm 90.2% sure. That's kind of accurate. I was kind of just narrowing it down. But Romans 1:16 was just a beautiful verse. It's something that I've lived by, or have tried to live by. I mean, I'm not perfect. No, by no means am I perfect. I am the furthest thing from perfect. But I tell you what, I am saved by the grace of God because I do believe that he came to this earth, born of a virgin. He was born in a manger, in a barn. How humble and low he has stooped to the lowest part of our world. Humbled himself so low. But for us, that means he's humbled himself to a point where he is still perfection. He was perfection. He was God in the form of man. But he humbled himself to be born in a trough or a manger of a barn. Now some of us were born in hospitals, we were born in large fancy areas. He was born in a barn, surrounded by farm animals. The only riches that surrounded him were his family's love and the gifts given to him by the wise man. Incense, frankincense, myrrh. Well, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, excuse me. And that is the craziest thing, that he would humble himself below the average child. But that also shows you his, I wouldn't say perspective, his goal, almost, to reach those that are not always the higher ups. He's one of the people. He's a man of the people. He was the God of the people. He is the God of this people. Now, we have a lot of non-believers in this country, and it breaks my heart. But you know what? And if you're watching this and you are a non-believer, then I want you to listen real close, real quick for me, okay? Now, don't turn off this video, because it's important. God still loves you. And you may be asking yourself, now, what is this God, or who is, maybe you're asking, who is Jesus Christ? Who is this God that I speak of? He is the creator of the universe. He is the one and only. He has always been and always will be the Alpha and Omega. Let's look at a ring real quick. Now, I wear this ring because of what it symbolizes to me, but let's look at the ring. See how it has no beginning and no end? Constant. Constant motion. Like, imagine an arrow starting anywhere, but always in a motion, just always rotating right here. Just like that. Just like that. See what I'm talking about? That's God. He was here before the world was created. He'll be here after it's destroyed. I fear for those who don't believe. I am against anybody's religion. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm a very tolerable person. So as long as you're not forcing your religion down my throat, brother, we're good. We can be best friends. I have a lot of friends that are, I think I have a friend who's Buddhist. I think she's Buddhist. I don't know. For sure. Couldn't be positive on that. I have a lot of friends that are agnostic. A couple friends that are atheists. But that's okay. It's okay. We love the sinner, but we hate the sin. So we live by love the sinner, hate the sin. So I'm going to finish this out with saying this. As you go into your week, this next week, and you've seen this video, think about, is what you're doing praising God? I'm not saying go out and quit your job because, oh no, I'm not praising God doing this. No, don't quit your job. You need that. But your actions. Are your actions praising God? Just a little food for thought. So, y'all have a blessed night. It's been a pleasure talking with all of y'all. Peace out.